that fielder there, but not too dissimilar from the dismissal in game one.
He's only picked up a boundary, but he's also made sure that he's rotated the strike. 21 of 32 for Graves. Hope is doing his job on the other end, 35 of 52. And what's good about this partnership, Simon Badri, is that they haven't taken an unnecessary risk, which we've seen it from both sides.
They're quite deliberate from the West Indians and from Darren Sammy and Floyd Rifa. They've extended their batting lineup. They realize the importance of having an additional batter in their ranks, and it's proving to be quite vital. You mentioned the importance of this partnership. Can they carry their team over the line? Now that's Baez. There is some protection down there, but he can't get it. It's runs given actually by the umpire.
He's been pretty good behind the stumps. Again, pulling the fingers forward. Yeah, he was just anticipating to going down the leg side, but it just ricochets off the glove and goes the opposite direction. Now, did that carry? The end result is a positive one for West Indies. It's a boundary. So the situation now, 39 from 38. None for 22 in his sixth over. Hasn't picked up a wicket. Can he pick up a wicket? They've played sensibly. They've respected the ones on stump. That has been the key feature of this particular partnership.
When you look at the bowlers to come, there's only the one over from Tanvir who takes the ball away from the right-handers. Mirage himself turns it into the right-handers, and of course the Fizz with his slow deliveries can take it away. Does he give Saif another over? I just wonder what he's thinking. How is he going to finish these remaining overs?
Six in that over after 175 for 7.
এত কঠিন তেল চর্বি সহজে উঠবে না, নতুন কড়াই কিনতে হবে।
কিনবো কিন্তু 10 টাকায়।
10 টাকায় নতুন কড়াই?
নতুন ভিম লিকুইড মিনি প্যাক এখন 10 টাকায়। প্যাক থেকে ঢালো, পানিতে মিশাও, স্ক্রাবার দিয়ে ধুয়ে পাও নতুন কড়াই।
একদম নতুন।
ভিটামিন সি আর গ্লিসারিনের সাথে নতুন লাক্স যা ত্বককে করে কোমল আর দেয় ব্রাইট গ্লো। ট্রাই করো।
In terms of runs at the stage of the game. Right now he's decided that it's going to be Tanvir who will complete his quota. So this is a crucial over. Straight away, it's a single on the very first ball. You mentioned about the ball going away from the right-hander. So if the Mirage has decided that yes, it's time to bring him on and see whether he can break this partnership.
I mentioned it in the first innings as well. At this stage of the innings, somehow runs are scored a little bit easier. For some reason, because it's the final few overs, there's a relaxation perhaps, or a more expressive nature from the batters, and you find runs being scored, some errors from the bowlers. If they can just hold their composure, these two, Justin Graves and Shea Hope, maintain their composure for another few overs, they're almost there. They don't want to let Bangladesh back into the game by losing a wicket and getting a new batter in.
And that's what they would be discussing in between the overs. The skipper in the middle knows exactly what the situation demands. Justin Graves has played a very crucial role with the bat. And now the discussion is among the Bangladeshi captain and Shanto. They're trying to figure out how can we break this partnership, because if these two stay on, Chairman Badri, then came on. It's important to find a bowler who can, if not break the partnership, then don't go away too many runs. And that was a boundary in the last over. Partnership 43. 38 of 33 now. And they played some good sensible cricket again down the ground on the offside with the spin for a single.
Game on a knife's edge, it's precariously positioned, it can go either way. Yeah, Shanto is urging Mirage to try something, to do something. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it hasn't convinced him.
Direct hit. Direct hit. Direct hit can be very, very tricky.
We have an umpire decision for the wicket keepers there. Can you give me the best side on angle, please? Just freeze it there. Batter shot on the ground, wickets broken fairly. Ready with my decision for the big screen.
Now that is a great piece of fielding. It is the rocket out. OUT. Here's a Mirage. Absolutely brilliant. Going to his left side, picking it with one hand and hitting the stumps. That is a great piece of fielding to see the back of Justin Grace.
Yeah, wonderful athleticism, accuracy. It's a direct hit. Had the wicketkeeper had to take that and then effect the round, he would have gotten in. Direct hits are so crucial. The captain, with a bit of magic, rocket out, rocket arm. A wonderful partnership comes to an end. Graves goes for 26. 177 for 8.
Sedara Confidence Payelo 290 মিলিমিটার লম্বা Sedara Confidence Heavy Flow. Heavy Flow complete protection. এখন পিরিয়ড হোক রেগুলার বা হেভি, প্রয়োজন মতো কনফিডেন্স আছে রেডি। দুনিয়াতে তোমার প্লেগ্রাউন্ড। প্লে উইথ কনফিডেন্স।
চকলেট পিনাট ক্যারামেল ও রোগেটের দারুণ কম্বিনেশনেও সিক্সার্স চকলেট ফ্রোজেন বার ফুডের এনার্জি একমল অ্যাডভান্সড হাইজিন সোপ এবার জীবাণু ধুলাবালি ক্লিন বোর্ড
A product of Remark.
বিকাশে পল্লী বিদ্যুৎ বিল দিলে প্রথমবার 20 টাকা অফার আজই বিল বিকাশ করুন ক্লোজ আপে এখন আছে জিঙ্ক ফ্রেশ টেকনোলজি যা জীবাণুর সাথে লড়াই করে দেয় সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস 18 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত তোমার টিকিট
এটা তোমার
ক্লোজ আপ 18 ঘন্টা সতেজ নিঃশ্বাস
Of 44-65. But it is the skipper, Vegas and Mirage, who produced a magic throw. Look at that non-striker. And it was a direct hit. He had to move to his left. That's the wrong side for him because he's a right-hander. So picks it up and then hits the bullseye. Look at the reaction from the fans. Now then, 37 from 31. 2 wickets in hand.
Yeah, that's the type of fielding that wins you matches. There isn't any guarantee that they're going to win, but gives them a shot now. The new batter is in. Akil Hussain, he has some proficiency with the batter, first class 100 as well. In the recent past, he's done well in T20 cricket. One delivery left in this over.
Just the 2 runs in that over. 177 for 8.
ব্রাউন সসের মাখামাখি টেস্ট নুডলসকে করে তোলে আরো ইয়ামি আরো জোস তাজা পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপি কম্বিনেশনে ব্রাউন সসের বস
সিক্রেট কি মেশালি?
রাঁধুনির স্বাদ মিশালি, স্বাদ হবে দুর্দান্ত।
Me to chase up to the stadium. Pretty busy, hustling and bustling. But it's all happening in the middle. That's how much ground he had to make to his left. That is simply brilliant. Outstanding piece of fielding from the skipper. Right, Wilson right straight into the attack. Because why? Because they have a left-hander.
Now straight away, a single for Shehu, so it brings the left-hander into play now. It'll be interesting to see what type of feel he has for him. Whereas has what, one over after this one. Mentioned before that Mustafizur has a few years 4. So in all likelihood he'll bowl a couple more. Has to be very careful as to how he uses his bowlers for the remainder of the innings. He's utilizing a slip because he's hunting another wicket. Couple fielders cut in a single in the offside. Also a short wicket, so he doesn't want Akil Hussain to get off strike too easily.
He does, because it's just slightly short. He plays it nicely towards the long off area for a signal which will bring Hope on strike. Now, what is Hope thinking at this stage of the game, Samuel Badri?
Yeah, he has confidence in Akil Hussain. He also has confidence in Caribbean. Like I mentioned before, these guys have batting ability. Caribbean recently in the CPL scored a half century, his first in that format. And he too has a first-class century, so there will be trust. So he's not afraid to get the single and to give these guys the strike. Highest ODI scores for Akil Hussain. He has a 60 against Pakistan and Multan in 2022. So he has batting ability. That 60 coming off just 37 deliveries. He doesn't need an innings like that. 34, 27, just knock it around. Mistakes from the bowlers will happen.
Yeah, they will also be keeping a very close eye on the required run rate. It just popped up and it's gone above 7 runs in an over. Almost 8 runs in an over, 7.85 to be exact. Oh, lovely. A little bit quicker.
Skillful, really skillful. Caught at the crease to full delivery, as you mentioned, faster, flatter, through the air.
And there was turn also. To dot. Finished the over. 3 dots on the trot. 180 for 8.
জানো ডেড স্কিন সেল আমাদের ব্রাইট স্কিনকে লুকিয়ে রাখে? টিম টেস্ট করলে দেখতে পাবে। দেখলে ব্রাইট স্কিন লুকিয়ে আছে ডেড স্কিন সেলসের নিচে। এগুলো দূর করে পন্ড স্কিন ইনস্টিটিউটের ব্রাইট বিউটি ফেস ওয়াশ। এই নাইসিনামাইড যুক্ত এক্সপার্ট ফর্মুলা ডেড স্কিন সেলস দূর করে আর দেয় আল্টিমেট ব্রাইট স্কিন। মিরাকলস হ্যাপেন পন্ডস ব্রাইট বিউটি ফেস ওয়াশ। 4 গুণ শক্তিশালী ইনসাইড ও অধিক টানা সমৃদ্ধ অরিক সিলভার ওয়াশ মাত্র 70 টাকায়।
পাইছেন সরকারি ভাতা? ভাতা নিয়ে চিন্তা কিসে? ভরসা পাই বিকাশে। সরকারি ভাতা নিশ্চিন্তে ও প্রতিবার সময় মতো পেতে আপনার বিকাশ নাম্বারটি সমাজসেবা অফিসে নিবন্ধন করুন।
নতুন সানসিল্ক ব্ল্যাক শাইন ভিটামিন সি ও ই গুণে চুলে দেয় ঝলমলে কোটিং। আর গ্লাস শাইন ঝলমলে শাইন করো, গ্লাস শাইন করো।
That's equation 34 from 24. Mustafizur and the attack. What we were discussing off here, Samuel Badri, if you look at the bowling bowlers used so far, they have after this 3 more overs to bowl. So you expect Mustafizur to finish 2 from that and that he is bowling. But who will bowl the last over? Because he's only got 1 more over.
Yeah, I thought he miscalculated by bowling himself in that previous over. Had Mustafizur bowled that one, he could have bowled from one end, and then Mehdi Hassan Miraj would have finished from the other end. As it is now, Mustafizur will bowl 2 from there. Mehdi himself has 1, and then Saif might be the one with the other. is that a risk? How big of a risk is it if we do get down to that stage?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but it's a crucial thing for Medicine Mirage. Has he missed out on a trick? Well, one thing it has been in the recent past, at this stage, at this time of an evening, there is a bit of a dew, but we've been informed there's no dew at all. Nothing. So the spinners to have a good grip on the ball, it's okay. What a shot that is. Beautiful shot. He waited for a long time. And when he saw an opportunity, he picked up a really good looking boundary over the infield on the offside. Top shot.
Yeah, that's the class of Shehab. He has an exceptional record against this opposition. In fact, he has the most runs for the West Indies against Bangladesh. The last time he was here in 2018, scored close to 300 runs in 3 matches. Wonderful from him. Well spotted with the middle off in position. Now there's a change in field. There's long off in position.
In the air, but in the wicket area. He's coming back. The last time that he played an ODI series was against Pakistan in West Indies. The last match that he played, he smashed 120 not out. His scores of 55 and also 35. It's been a really good nick. That boundary now in this over, as they only need now 27 from 20 deliveries. Mustafiz in a bit of a pressure. It's wide, it's cut, but it's fielded nicely. It was an opportunity because it's so, they're coming back for the second. Great piece of running, really good running.
Yeah, desperation from both sides in the field, trying to cut the second, and then Nakib Hussain trying to get back. Yeah, wonderful bit of fielding. I think he saved a couple runs there. But look at Nakib Hussain, desperate to get back. And wonderful running from the West Indians. 25 from 19.
Can this be the game-changing over? 9 already. He has 1 ball to bowl in this over.